Jared Basler, chair of ADU Coalition, Godfather Granny Flats. Want to give you a quick update on some stuff happening across the region. Obviously, we have a new ordinance that's getting ready to go to City Council. Not going to talk about that just yet, but wanted to give you a recap of some stuff happening recently. Some articles have been read, and you've heard some stuff on the news about overcharging in the city of San Diego for ADUs. And I wanted to kind of dispel some of those rumors, because when a reporter or homeowner calls the city and asks to speak to someone about the fees they're going to pay, they get sent around to 4 or 5 different departments who all have their fees and all know why they can charge their fees, but don't want to speak for anybody else. Well, they're just operating in the silos that they're supposed to. And for us, we operate in our silo, which is ADUs as a whole. So the author of the article had a couple of, when I spoke to him afterwards, was rather frustrated that he couldn't get these the answers that he was looking for. So just want to give you a quick update. Essentially, anytime you're building an ADU, you have 3 different types of fees that are going to be charged. You've got your cost recovery fees. These are the fees that they can charge all day long. Doesn't matter how big, how small. These are the fees that cover things like plan check and inspections in the field, and their cost recovery because they're things that cost the city money. So the cost recovery are always going to be there unless the city has the county has provided some relief. But that's a budget that has been set aside for that specific purpose. So cost recovery fees going to be charged on almost every project. Impact fees, these are fees for things that are for the future impact on the infrastructure that's being charged for. So whether it's traffic impact or park impact or any sort of impact fee is the main fee that the state has popped in and said, hey, these can't be charged on ADUs less than 750 square feet. They have to be charged proportionally over that. There has been some issues with that as it relates to multifamily. I'm not going to get into that here, but essentially it's based on the relation to the primary. So if you have a 1,000 square foot ADU or 1,000 square foot ADU and a 2,000 square foot primary, whatever the impact fee would have been for that primary would be charged at 50% because the ADU is 50% the size of the primary. That takes care of impact fees. The last fee, which is somewhat confused with impact fees sometimes, are capacity or connection fees. These are going to be your utility fees, whether that's water and sewer or electric and gas. These are the fees that support the upgrades and the additional capacity needed for the new use. These can be charged in some situations. If it's a conversion of an existing space, however, it cannot be, connection or capacity charges cannot be charged. If it's a new detached, most certainly can be charged, but again, it has to be proportional. And that's kind of in a different way because obviously square footage doesn't impact the number of water fixtures in a unit. So the connection capacity fees in the article were actually the ones that were being misinterpreted as impact fees. Because of that, the homeowner thought he was being mischarged. Now, I will say City of San Diego, for all of its amazing policies and all the progress we've made on the process side, this is one area where they do fall slightly outside of the state law, or at least the intent of the state law. The state just says for an existing space that's converted, City of San Diego interprets that as an existing habitable space. So if I have a detached garage that I'm converting to an ADU in the City of San Diego, they still are going to apply a prorated charge, or it ends up being a half of a charge for the water and sewer connection and capacity fees. So all that to say, we've made great strides over the past couple of years on bringing the cost of permitting and the city cost down on these kinds of units. There's always more work to be done, but just wanted to give you that quick update, and hope you guys are having a great week, and we will talk soon about the new City of San Diego ordinance.